Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the front end of the Rivet Buster. The front end of these are identical in every model that we have. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at how to replace where all the wear items are. Now in this front end here, there is an upper sleeve which will wear eventually that diameter out and the chisel will be very loose. Likewise with the lower sleeve. Now the lower sleeve has a rubber bumper fitted onto that. When that wears, we need to replace that. And also we may need to replace the chisel if it's got blunt or chipped. So how to do that? First of all, number one, remove the air supply from the tool. Secondly, while the chisel pointed down to the ground, push the trigger, make sure any trapped air is purged out of the tool. Then you're safe to start pulling things apart. You've got to do those things first. Okay, now to change out these items, we have a retaining spring which will wear out and break. You pull it out of this slot, like so, and it allows you to pull the retainer off, which holds, again, there's the upper sleeve. We're going to check the diameter, make sure it's not worn out. If it's good, it can go back in. At this end, we have the lower sleeve. It may be worn out also, and also take particular attention to the length of the rubber bumper. If this is more than 50% worn, it's definitely time to change that out. Okay, the standard bumper is rubber. We have an optional polyurethane bumper. It's a little bit tougher, a little bit harder. For extreme conditions, we would think about using this tool, but standard bumper is this one here. So to replace it, all you do is take it the lower sleeve. You'll see there's an inside radius at one end only, and that's to match the radius on the lower sleeve there. So basically all we do, slide it down, make sure it's seated there, and then we can start reassembling. So we're going to put this into the nose piece, into the retainer. You may have to jiggle it around to make it seat correctly, and it's seated correctly when it's basically flush with the end of the retainer there. So now we can drop in our new chisel, or a good chisel, and pop that in there. And then all we do is slide it back on. The tail of the chisel will go into that upper sleeve. And if you can see, there's a groove in the cylinder. What we're going to have to do is line this up with the window in the retainer, somewhere like that. And then we're just going to feed this spring all the way back in. And then we're going to go all the way and make sure that the loop, the end loop of the ring of the spring is inside of this little window here. And we should be good to go. One final check, give it a good pull, make sure it doesn't come out. Make sure everything's where it should be, and I think we're set to go.